Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is the lecture number 3 of MIMO series. We have already seen or we have already discussed about antenna ports and different signal in last two lectures. Okay, so let's discuss about MIMO. MIMO stands for multiple input and multiple output. Okay, where both the transmitter and receiver unit will have multiple antennas. Okay, so but how MIMO works? Okay, how MIMO works. So we are going to discuss about this thing. So for that, let's consider a TX unit. Okay, this is my TX unit, that is transmitter unit, and this is my RX unit or receiver unit. Okay, we are going to discuss about 2x2 MIMO. Okay, so a TX unit will have two antennas, and at receiver unit again we have two antennas. So this antenna is TX1, this antenna is TX2, this antenna is RX1, and this is your RX2. Okay, so let's say from antenna number TX1 or from TX1 antenna, it is sending a signal T1. Okay, I have represented it with red color. Okay, and at TX2 antenna, it is sending a signal T2. Okay, fine. So but at receiver unit, we are receiving a signal, let's say R1. Okay, and R1 we have received at RX1 antenna, and R2 we have received at RX2 antenna. Okay, so you might have noticed we are sending T1 T2, but we are receiving R1 R2. Why? Means why signal has been changed? This is because of wireless channel. Okay, this is wireless channel. Okay, wireless channel means there is fading, right? Means between these two units there would be some buildings, vehicles, trees, okay, which will distort or change the path of signals. Okay, fading will be there, noise will be there, due to which some signal attenuation will be there. Okay, either signal will be either strength of signal will be decreased or increased, or there could be phase shift. Okay, so overall the T1 and T2 signals are distorted by wireless channel, due to which we are getting R1 and R2 at receiver unit. Okay, now let's discuss about some coefficients. So okay, so this is my first coefficient. Okay, I am going to represent it by x11. So what is x11? X11 is the changes performed by wireless channel in T1 signal and between TX1 and RX1. Okay, similarly this is my x12 coefficient. So x12 is the changes performed by wireless channel in T1 signal between the path of TX1 and RX2 antenna. Fine. Again, this is my next coefficient. So I'm going to represent it by x21. So x21, again this is the changes performed by wireless channel. Changes means fading, noise, signal attenuation, phase shift, means these are the effect of wireless channel over T2 signal between the path of TX2 and RX1 antenna. Correct. And again this is my next coefficient, x22. Okay, these x22 is the changes performed by wireless channel in T2 signal between TX2 and RX2 antenna. Okay, so at RX1 we are receiving T1. Let me highlight it with red color. So at RX1 antenna I am receiving signal T1. Okay, and at RX2 also I am receiving signal T1. Okay, so but for RX2 means T1 is of no use. Okay, so what RX2 will do, RX2 will forward this T1 signal to R1. RX2 will forward this T1 signal to RX1 antenna. Okay, because T1 is of no use for RX2 antenna. Okay, and these RX1 and RX2, these are correlated to each other. RX1 and RX2 antenna. Okay, these are correlated to each other. Okay, correlated means they can communicate with each other. Okay, so internally they can share the signals between them. Now come to T2. Okay, so so TX2 is sending T2 signal. Okay, at RX2 and at RX1 as well. Okay, this T2 is transmitted by TX2 signal and it is reaching to RX2 and RX1. Okay, but for RX1 T2 is of no use. So what RX1 will do, RX1 will forward this T2 to RX2 antenna. Okay, so now so finally these antennas RX1 and RX2 will calculate signal R2 and R1. Okay, so we have seen that T1 signal is distorted in this path, okay, and T2 signal is distorted in this path and this path. By distorted means these changes: fading, noise, signal attenuation, phase shift. Okay, so due to these changes at RX1 and RX2 I am getting R1 and R2. Okay, so UE is interested to find this R1 and R2, means what it has received. Okay, so there is an equation to find out this R1 and R2. R1, R2, X11, X12, X21 and X22. And this is T1 and this is T2. I hope you remember we call this channel matrix. Okay, this is channel matrix. Okay, in second lecture I have already told you how we determine this channel matrix using reference signal. Okay, so I'm considering that this channel matrix UE has already calculated, okay, with the help of reference signal. If you want to find more details, please visit lecture number 2 of MIMO series for this channel matrix. It is represented by H. Okay, so whatever E node B is transmitting to UE, this So what you will do, you will multiply that thing with channel matrix, okay, to get the values of R1 and R2, because our UE interested in find out this R1 and R2. Okay, I hope this concept is clear too. And one more thing, this is your SU MIMO, okay, single user MIMO. In case of single user MIMO, these RX1 and RX2 are correlated to each other, okay, whereas in MU MIMO, these RX1 and RX2 belongs to different unit, okay, means suppose UE1 is there, UE2 is there, okay, so they will have their own RX1 and RX2 where they cannot communicate with each other, okay, it's not possible. Okay, we'll discuss MU MIMO later, but what we have discussed just now is SU, single user MIMO. Okay, so I'm closing this lecture here, and in next lecture we are going to discuss about diversity and spatial multiplexing. Okay, thanks for watching.